What's up, everyone? Welcome to the BoM Podcast. I am your host, Aishan Shetty, and with me is my co-host, Bhumi Shetty. What's up, Bhumi?
What's up, you tell me?
So today we're going to be reviewing the newest release, Oh Romeo, directed by Vishal Bhardwaj, starring Shahid Kapoor, Triptii Dimri, Nana Patekar, Avinash Tiwary, and a couple of cameos by Disha Patni,
Tamanna Bhatia,
Vikrant
Masi,
Masi. Who else? Oh, Farida Jalal.
Farida Jalal.
It's
Farida Jalal or Farida?
Farida Jalal.
Acha.
Yeah. So definitely had high expectations going into the film. I guess we could share our first initial, our expectations for the film. So I have thoroughly enjoyed Vishal Bhardwaj's work. I normally like a lot of the films that he makes. So I've enjoyed Omkara, Haider, Makbul, Kaminey, Khufia. There was also Patekar, which is a cool dark comedy film. And for the most part, I enjoy his films, but I can't deny that he also has some misses as well.
Matru Ki Bijli Ka Mandola.
Yeah, Matru Ki Bijli Ka Mandola is definitely one. Rangoon was horrible. So he does have some duds, I would say, as well. So
But the good ones are too good.
Yeah, but the good ones are amazing. So I guess going into the film, I think for the most part, I had expectations of Kaminey and Haider, at least going into it. And those are movies that I hold in very high regard. But yeah,
They're amongst your top movies.
Haider is one of my favorite films of all time.
All time.
Yeah.
Same for me.
But yeah, what were your expectations, I guess, going in?
I really like a Vishal Bhardwaj Shahid.
Yeah.
So I was super excited for this movie, and to the point where I couldn't even, I like to do this thing where I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna expect too much, but I wasn't able to do that with this. I was expecting it to at least be good.
Yeah.
I was the cast lineup looked insane in the teaser itself.
For sure.
And such a veteran actress, Farida Jalal, seeing her after so long, I've grown up watching her, so that was exciting. And her the dialogue in the trailer, just I could not contain my excitement, to be honest. So I was super excited for this movie going in. I knew it was going to be good.
Yeah. I think I also. So what I did, which I don't normally do, is I usually go in thinking a lot about the movie before I go in. But this was one film that honestly, I just put in the back of my mind because I knew if I set the expectations to be too high, I could come out disappointed. So yeah, I mean, this is a nearly 3-hour film. So definitely long. It's an A-rated film. So follows in the pattern of a lot of films that we've been seeing that are going full out violence, not really holding back. So it's definitely hits the grittiness for sure. But yeah, overall, what were your thoughts on the film?
I think it was a beautiful movie with a very weak story.
I agree.
It's it's a must watch with a really weak story. Even while watching it, I remember usually I don't like to speak when we are watching a film, but ever since we started this podcast, I was I remember leaning into Aishan and going why is this movie so choppy? I feel it was giving very much that they had a good flow, and in order to make it shorter, it just was giving choppy. We were having so many, there were so many gaps in the story of how did we get here. Even though what was happening in the movie, you can't take your eyes off of Shahid, you can't take your eyes off of Triptii. There was so much good happening with a really weak storyline.
Yeah, I think I agree for the most part. I think this is, for me, your classic definition of a one-time watch.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever want to watch this film again. Like Kaminey and Haider, Omkara, these films have a lot of recall value, so I could go
100%.
back and watch them over and over again.
Which we do.
And take something away from even that seventh time watching the film. I think with this one, I don't think I would be able to watch this over and over again. I definitely want to give it a second watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it really banks on Shahid doing a lot of the heavy lifting. I think he does do a good job. I think this is definitely one of his better performances.
100%. One of his best, I would say.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess we can, for me, I think it was just like overall just sort of all over the place. For these types of films, like these action heavy films,
Violence heavy film.
yes, you need a strong villain. And I feel like they didn't really do a good job with, I think, writing Avinash Tiwary. Like, he kind of got the shit end of the stick.
100%.
And I think an actor of his caliber definitely deserves something a little bit more meaty. Just because he is a really strong actor.
He is so good.
And I don't know, I don't think he was just given enough to chew on. So
was Laila Majnu his debut?
Laila Majnu, I'm pretty sure was his debut.
So,
it was actually, I think, both of their debuts.
Okay, so for Laila Majnu, right, I watched it after the re-release.
Yeah.
I had not watched it before. And I felt like it was one of the best debut performances I have ever seen in my entire life. But then the difference is the role itself had so much depth. I felt like they wanted to make the villain this unserious, flamboyant character.
Yeah.
And in the process, there was no depth to him.
Yeah.
There was no backstory. We don't develop. Like, I feel like nowadays it's the era of grey villains.
Yeah.
And you, like, even a person like Khilji, right? Even a character like Khilji, they managed to give you this thing where you're like, this push and pull with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was missing. Like, I couldn't connect with him at all. I couldn't hate him. I couldn't have any empathy for him. And it was just a poorly written villain.
Yeah, I
for
agree.
such a strong protagonist.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's also one of those things. We talked about this in our Tashan episode. When you make a villain very flamboyant and goofy, I think it takes away the threat aspect.
Yeah.
And I think here that's exactly what I felt. Like, I understood the theatrics of it.
Yeah.
Like, his entry scene is basically him in Spain in a bull matador ring, right? Matador ring, I think is what you call it.
Yeah.
And he's basically, just fighting this bull. And I mean, I get it, but there are certain parts of the film that are extremely gritty. And then you go to Spain all of a sudden and it's like over the top. So I think those things definitely didn't blend together very well.
And he came in so late in the movie.
Yeah, he came in after the interval.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was only in the second half. But like, I'm saying, like, they didn't build any like thing between the hero and the villain.
Exactly.
For it to like be a strong foundation of the movie.
Yeah.
When it was the strong, like a strong part of the story.
Exactly.
But it was not executed well, which is where the film disappointed me a little bit. And it really sucks because the performances are out of this world, from Nana Patekar, from Shahid Kapoor, from the entire Friends group.
Yeah.
Which was the best part for me of the movie. His relationship with his like punter log. Like, I felt like this villain part really brought it down for me.
Yeah. Let's dive into Shahid Kapoor. I guess we can just talk about Shahid Kapoor and how we feel about him. So this is my history with Shahid Kapoor. Yeah. So I first discovered Shahid Kapoor not through Ishq Vishk, but a film called Fida.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was his second film.
Yeah.
Really liked him in that. But I think my sister liked him a little too much when we were kids. And so I got taste aversion from him. Yeah. You know when like your sibling gets like overly obsessed with someone to the point where you're like, okay, dude, like chill. He's not that cool. He's not that sick. You know what I mean?
Sounds like a you problem to me.
Yeah. I mean, but to be honest, if I revisit his films, a lot of his films prior to
Jab We Met.
No. You know what film like turned me into a Shahid Kapoor somewhat like I'm like, okay, yeah, he's pretty good. Believe it or not, is Rajkumar, R. Rajkumar. I know. It's like a very random movie to like slowly turn into a Shahid fan. But it was Rajkumar and then Haider immediately, right?
Yeah.
And so those two films where I was like, okay, now I'm on board the Shahid Kapoor train.
Okay.
Before that, Chance Pe Dance, Dil Bole Harippa, all these films are garbage
But let's see
films.
the pattern there. Those are all bad films.
Okay, I'll give you a couple more.
Okay.
There's Divane Hui Pagal.
He's so cute.
He's horrible in that film. There is. I'm gonna give you a couple more because I can flesh out. There's a film called Va Life Hoto Aisi. Garbage film.
That's not a good movie.
But do you see what I mean?
It's not a serious movie.
Now I can give you 3 more films.
Okay. I'm listening.
They're pretty bad films.
Okay, I'm listening.
All right, hold on. Now I gotta look it up because I don't remember.
You're telling me that Shah Rukh only has hits and hits and hits and hits and hits
I'm not saying that, but there. Okay, hold on, brother. Let's see this.
I am holding on.
Hold on.
You said I can give you.
Hold on.
If you have to look for the movie,
because I don't remember that forgettable. Okay. All right, okay. Let's start. Fida, I liked him in, right? There's Dil Mange More, which I didn't see.
Dil Mange More is a shit movie.
Okay, so great. You can add that to the list.
It's a shit movie.
I've never seen it, so.
And he was a child.
Divane Huye Pagal, I thought was horrible. Va Life Hoto.
You need to watch Divane Huye Pagal again.
Okay. Va Life Hoto Aisi. Shikhar. Have you seen Shikhar? That's a pretty garbage film. 36 Chinatown, I'll give him, but I wouldn't give it to. I think 36 Chinatown as an ensemble film is just good.
Okay, I have an unpopular opinion.
Okay.
I mean, it could be popular. I don't know. I have an opinion. Okay. I feel like in the early 2000s and like mid 2000s, there was a patch where they were just making shit movies, and that was his surgeon's time.
So
it just didn't match.
I'm just trying to like get you to my point. So I'll give you a couple more films because they're right in front of me. Kismet Connection is a garbage film. Dil Bole Haripa is a garbage film. Chance Pe Dance is a garbage film. Badmash Company is a garbage film. I heard Milenge Milenge is a horrible film. Mausam is a horrible film. Teri Meri Kahani is a horrible film. So do you see what I mean? Like the list goes on and on and on until you get to Rajkumar, which isn't, for me, I think was an okay film. I think it was him in a different avatar. Then Haider. Then Urta Punjab. Then these are Padmavat. These are films that I was like, okay, now I'm slowly on the train, right? So I think for me now, in his later career, I respect him way more as an actor. And it's like a significant jump, right? Like, think about it. Like, Abhishek Bachchan, you like kind of like, he's kind of plateaued. Yeah. But with Shahid Kapoor, it's like, I feel like he started low for me, and then all of a sudden he like jumped up.
Yeah, that means he always had the potential and caliber, which brings us to my point. He just was doing bad movies. And again, we have to attribute the contribution of luck in a hero's life, which I think was really not favoring him in the beginning. Even now, I feel like when it comes to acting, when it comes to dancing, when it comes to screen presence, when it comes to looks, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand this. I was saying this to you in the car also yesterday. How can Hrithik have the limit? Because Hrithik and Shahid, I think Hrithik came
before Shahid.
But they can be put under the same umbrella, correct?
No, I don't think. They just came around the same time.
They came around the same
time.
But
I wouldn't put them in the same umbrella.
But if you think about it, he's much older than Shahid.
Hrithik is much older.
Yeah, because he debuted much later in his life.
Yeah.
Age-wise.
Yeah. Actually, are they that much? Is there an age difference between them?
There is an age difference. Check. There definitely is. But my point being, they can be put under the same umbrella, but Hrithik does the same thing in every movie, right? Shahid has range. So I don't understand as a dancer, as an actor, like I'm not saying Hrithik is bad, Hrithik is Hrithik, but I'm saying I don't understand the hype that Hrithik gets for his craft, and Shahid is like doesn't even get talked about. When he has shown range, he has shown so much like difference in looks. Like every look of his also in every movie is so different from the other.
Yeah, I think that all started though like later in his career. Whereas with Hrithik Roshan, all this range that you're talking about started early in his career.
But what range has he shown? Other than Koi Mil Gaya, I'll give you Guzarish. But think of his filmography as a whole. Hasn't been much range because he doesn't put his trust in other directors.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he has. That's the thing, is that he has shown range from the beginning. Where Shahid Kapoor in the first half of his career he didn't, and I don't know if that was the fault of Shahid Kapoor.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
think
that
it was a fault of like
the movies that he was
his age also. Like he started extremely young, and I think he maintained that boyish chocolate boy image for so long that I think it was hard for him to break out
or
of that
people
shell.
wanted him to.
Yeah, I think it was hard for like he could never do a Rajkumar or a Haider early on in his career.
But then there was no space for a Rajkumar or a Haider back
At that time.
when he debuted also.
Yeah.
I feel like Rajkumar is more of when like we got started getting the South influence in Bollywood or like Hindi cinema.
Yeah.
In Bollywood or like Hindi cinema. Up until then, there was no space for that like massy action type thing.
Yeah.
It started coming into Hindi cinema much later.
Much later, yeah.
So, like I think people wanted him to be that, but then I think he really had bad luck because he acts with so much ease. Like coming back to this movie, talking about Shahid in this movie, it just he was so different and natural in it.
Yeah. And like see, that's the thing is I feel like I'm never disappointed nowadays with his performances.
Yeah.
This is one of one of his better performances. But I also liked him in Deva. I liked him in Bloody Daddy. I liked his obviously Bloody Daddy wasn't a good movie.
Yeah.
But I liked his performance, right? I took his performance away from a shit film, right?
Yeah.
Even Kabir saying I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of the film, but I liked his
He was
performance,
good.
right?
Yeah.
So I think that's one high of the film is definitely it rides a lot on Shahid Kapoor, and I think he delivers on that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like even the whole look that they've given him,
Was fantastic. Yeah.
it was so like fresh and different. Like I've not seen any main hero being in that type of a look. You
With
know,
this type of earring.
Western.
No one has this type of earring besides me.
And now Shahid does. Shahid
I
copied
started it.
him. Yeah.
I started this.
Yeah. Shahid copied him. But yeah, they've given him this like cowboy western, like flared leg jeans, boots, different look. And even the whole like violence part, right? It just suits him so much. Like him in that type of a gunda role.
Yeah.
It's just a great MO for him.
Definitely. So yeah, if you're definitely a Shahid fan,
must watch.
Definitely watch this film. So now coming to, honestly, in my opinion, the highlight of the entire film, Triptii Dimri.
Definitely.
I will say that Triptii Dimri has kind of like, I don't know how to describe her. Like she has so much talent, but I feel like they're wasted in films like Vicky Vidya, like all those like movies that I think they're films that she has to do for commercial appeal.
Exactly.
Right? It's like there's no choice. Like she has to go where it's taking her.
Props to that girl. She's doing the commercial stuff now. But from day one, her projects are one after the other, such different bangers. From it being as a whole movie, like as a whole project, like they're trailblazers, in my opinion.
Yes.
Right? Like let's talk about like Bulbul, Leila Majnu. Okay. What was the other movie, the singing movie she did with Babil?
Kala?
Kala, be it a Kala, from her look. And I love that she's not like this idea of beauty kind of a face, and she looks so beautiful. She doesn't have a commercial face.
Yeah, no, I just feel like she just really performed well.
So
and like
good.
I think it's very important in a Vishal Bhardwaj film for the heroine to be equally well written as a hero.
100%.
And I think he did a really good job of writing this character.
Yeah.
She has so much depth and so much to do. She's not a damsel in distress. She's doing just as much of the heavy lifting as Shahid Kapoor.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that I really, really enjoyed in this film. But yeah, I mean, I can't stop talking about her. She for me was, as I think about it more and more, she was the highlight for me.
She was just so good. And I feel like she has this ease in her craft. She becomes the character to the point where you forget that this is an act. Like there is this scene. This could be a spoiler. So if you're about to gonna watch the movie, I would not listen to what I'm about to say next. Like she plays a widow to Vikrant Masi. And there is this scene where she's like seeing his body, and it's just like the most real scene.
Yeah.
You feel it in every pore of your body, the pain that she's going through. And I feel like for an actor to bring that type of craft in today's day and age in Hindi cinema, it needs to be talked about, it needs to be pointed out, it needs to be celebrated, because the ease with which you actually feel, you want to sob there on the floor with her.
Yeah.
And that's what she's performed. That's how she's performed throughout the movie from the beginning to the end. Even when there's this whole like carnival scene which didn't make any sense to the story.
Carnival scene.
Yeah, when she gets to Spain.
Oh, yeah. That was dumb. That was so
Okay,
stupid.
there's this weird ass carnival scene out of nowhere. Okay. She's fantastic even in that scene.
Yeah. She's really good. Yeah, for the most part,
can't, as he said, cannot stop talking about her. Like, it was a her movie at this point in her career and Shahid's point in his career. The performance level was at par.
At par, yeah, exactly.
Which is unreal.
Yeah, she was definitely given a lot, and I think she performed really well.
She's going to give Alia a run for her money.
100%, I agree, yeah. Coming to Nana Patekar. So Nana Patekar has kind of been away from the scene for a while for, obvious reasons. We're not going to get into that. But yeah, it was just good to see him back in films again. I think he's a really talented actor. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of him, like from the 90s and 2000s. I think Ab Tak Chappan. When you think of those films, like Ab Tak Chappan, Ghulam-e Mustafa, there's Parinda, there is, so many iconic roles.
It's like such overflooded number of movies that I love with him that I can't even think of names right now.
Welcome.
Yeah. Like, so I love him in this font though.
Yeah, this font is good. Definitely
it's made for him.
Yeah, this role, he's really good in it. And I think my only drawback was that I just wish I saw more of him.
Yeah, 100%.
I think they kind of relied they allocated a lot of screen time to Shahid Kapoor and Triptii Dimri.
Yeah.
And their story.
Yeah.
And it was just, Nana Patekar was just in and out a lot of times. And I just wish that he was more involved in the film. But I think that was just a decision by the director, which for whatever reason.
Definitely, I was left craving for more of him.
Exactly.
And he has, again, like, it was just a bunch of people that act with so much ease. Yeah. Like, Nana Patekar is one of them as well. Like, you just feel like he's a cop.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if they just gave him the brief of what this scene is, and they told him, you do what you would do if you were this person. Because even that scene where he's like, how's your he says to Parida Jalal, how are your legs? And she's like, oh, they're better now. Okay, then move aside so I can leave.
Yeah, exactly.
So things like this, it felt like you're just a part of their everyday life setting.
Exactly, yeah. Overall, yeah, I think he was pretty good, and I was just craving to see more of him.
Yeah, great chemistry with Shahid too.
Great chemistry.
Unexpected.
Yeah.
Like, really. I knew they're both really good actors, so it's gonna be good. But like, the chemistry was like, I would like to verbally point out that's how good it was.
Yeah, definitely. I think we touched upon this a little bit, but Avinash Tiwary, we can just briefly touch upon him.
Yeah.
Again, he shows up after the interval. Definitely, I think when the interval hits, I felt less engaged to the story.
100%.
I think it just kind of goes all over the place and becomes like sort of a sloppy mess.
Yeah. Sadly, even though he was the villain of this movie, Vikrant Massi's character is what I took back, even though he was a special appearance.
Yeah.
But as you said, he said this to me during, like, right after the movie also, that he acted so well in his so little time that we wanted to watch more of them both.
Yeah, so in the beginning of the movie, I think it starts with Shahid Kapoor and that whole background, and he has his own entry.
They're like character building, basically.
Yeah, but it starts with Shahid Kapoor, Nana Patekar, like that story. And to be honest, I wasn't as drawn into it as I thought I would be. It wasn't until you get to Triptii Dimri and then Vikrant Massi's story that I really was like hooked. Like, he's a magnet of an actor.
Nice.
And I think like when you see him on screen, it's just like you just forget everything else, to be honest. He doesn't have too much to do in this film, but whatever he's given, he's killed it.
Yeah, he doesn't have too much to do, but like he has so much to do. You know what I mean? And I just want to say, I've been a Vikrant Massey fan ever since Dhoom Machao Dhoom on Disney Channel. He plays like a side character in it, but we were huge Vikrant Massey fans. Me and my sister used to watch that show. So shout out to all Dhoom Machao Dhoom fans. And also, then again, great performance in Balika Vadhu. So he's been acting this level of acting since those days. So anytime his name is slapped on a project, I'm gonna watch it. There's no two ways about it. And I felt like this whole cast was just like that.
Yeah, no, definitely. The Mana Bhatia doesn't really have much to do.
But she's so beautiful.
Yeah, she was good in. She was okay in
good.
whatever. Yeah,
She was acting like such a crackpot. Like it's so difficult to do that with like a straight face.
yeah,
And like with so much elegance, and you're like
Yeah.
acting like you fully lost it.
Yeah.
It's not easy to do.
yeah. It was okay.
Yeah, but then again, it's a screen. It's like a guest appearance.
Yeah,
But like it's a guest appearance. But I love that all the guest appearances in this movie were very much a strong part of the storyline and why we are here in this point in the story.
except Disha Patni.
She was
She
not.
was
She
not
was the
part of
item
it.
girl of this.
She has no dialogue.
There's one dialogue.
She has no dialogue in the
Yeah,
film.
and I actively am the leader of a club where I'm a No Disha Patni club president. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Are you a part of that club?
Yeah, I'm definitely a paying member. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not like I feel like there's no reason for it.
100%.
That whole portion of the story
could have been removed.
was just there for the songs.
Yeah.
And
For
to be
the
honest,
song.
2 songs. There's 2.
Oh yeah, Paan Ki Dukaan and Aashikon Ka Mohalla.
Both. And they're both unnecessary
the worst
songs.
of the album, by the way.
Or if you take those 2 songs out of the film, the rest of the album is near perfect.
Near perfect.
So, yeah. Let's get to the songs, actually.
Yeah.
So this film has some great songs. It has the classic Vishal Bhardwaj touch.
Vishal Bhardwaj touch. Classic Arjit Singh font.
Yeah. He actually hasn't done too many...
Heartbreak, pain.
No. He hasn't done too many Vishal Bhardwaj films until recently. So Haider, and I think it started with Haider, and then it moved on to Patekar, and then like all his other films after that. And I think it just fits perfectly. I think the mix, the combo that they have, it brings like this jazzy R&B soul type of vibe to it that just really works.
Yeah, and it's so like I have not been songstruck like this, like the way I am with the 3 songs that I was telling you about. Ishq Ka Fever, Hum To Tere Liye The, and Oh Romeo, the title song. It has been playing on repeat. Like my Alexa is wondering what is wrong with me. Is she going through heartbreak right now? But I've been listening to them non-stop. There's such beautiful non-remake, original new songs. Yeah,
those 3 are really good. I'm glad they didn't have any remakes. We didn't need any remakes.
But Vishal Bhardwaj never does.
Yeah,
they're very musically inclined.
I think people are now, I think a lot of movies that we're seeing are realizing, like the producers are realizing more and more, that I think people are just disliking it now. Now it's becoming too much.
Yeah, you can't eat Kaju Katli every day.
Yeah, so they're like slowly backing away from it. They're adding it still, like Dharma's still like hardcore adding it.
Yeah.
But I think the other production houses are slowly taking a backseat.
Yeah. But Vishal Bhardwaj's music has always been very much a part of the movie and very much in theme with what's going on in the movie.
Exactly.
Minus Paan Ki Dukaan and this thing, to the point where they had to add Disha Patni for Paan Ki Dukaan and Aashikon Ka Mohalla to make sense.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, there will never be like, even though it might have not worked in the grand scheme of things, but the songs are very much a part. Like you can't skip it while watching the movie. Like there's so much happening during the song, whether it be an Omkara, whether it be a Patekar, which is supposed to be a serious but light.
Yeah, there's something, they make sure to add a scene in between the songs.
Yeah, and the lyrics are also totally like so much how can I say it? The lyrics are totally in line with what's happening at that time in the movie. And I think that's one of the best touches to any movie.
Yeah.
If you want the songs to be memorable and have some meaning to the movie.
To the movie, yeah. Cool. So we discussed music. Let's move on to cinematography, which I think is definitely a highlight of the film.
Stronger part of the movie.
Definitely. I think the cinematography is fantastic. I think the lighting, just the whole vibe of the film is really, really interesting. I think it has that classic Vishal Bhardwaj late 90s grunge to it. Like you definitely feel like you're in the 90s, especially with the background music that they have playing on the radios. I mean, I could tell you like 12 different songs that were definitely from the 90s that was just amazing.
So nice.
And it fits the whole tone of the film.
Yeah.
Coming to a negative that I had was definitely the pacing. It was very long, and I think it didn't need to be as long as it was.
At the top of my head, I can think of 10 places where they could have cut it short.
They could have cut it short, definitely.
Number one being when he goes there to their house, to Spain to save her.
What was the need to go to Spain is my issue. Why Spain? I'm just curious. Like, I know this is based on a true story, but I don't think that
part is not true. It's inspired, not even based.
Okay.
The character and like some things are based on something that happened, but it's really not. That's why if you see in the trailer or anywhere, it doesn't say.
Yeah.
It's not marketed like that also.
Yeah.
It's just that there was an Ustara, there was a Sapna Didi, but they've not even
named them. Yeah.
Used the real names.
Yeah.
They're based on characters. I don't know the storyline. I don't know if the storyline is like verbatim what happened.
Yeah. I mean,
I've not researched. I've not looked into this.
Yeah.
Because as far as I'm concerned, for me, a movie is a movie. Watch it as an entertainment medium, but that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like the whole Spain part of it just didn't.
I felt like it didn't fit.
It didn't fit at all. It was just the whole entire thing was just so weird. Yeah, and yeah, that's definitely where I felt the most. I felt bored during the second half.
Yeah, I wish they could have cut short some fight sequences. Don't get me wrong, the violence and gore. And I feel like I keep saying this a lot, but it was done in a tasteful manner. Like, it made sense wherever it was happening, because everyone that was inflicting violence, they kind of established that they've had a very, like, there's a reason for the violence. There's a reason for that release of anger.
Yeah.
Wherever there was, okay? So it did make sense, don't get me wrong. But like they could have cut it short and given us a little more backstory about Avinash Tiwary, Tamanna. His brother just pops out of nowhere for like 5 minutes, but such a big thing happens because of which they have the rivalry in the first place. But they didn't establish any of it.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, you're just like, know that there's a rivalry, and then at the end they're like, okay, oh yeah, we have to explain this. So here's 2 minutes to like explain.
Yeah, it just didn't.
And it didn't have that much impact.
Yeah. Farida Jaral also, for that matter, she had 3 scenes.
Nothing.
If you're putting someone in the trailer and kind of like making it this thing where she's like saying some bad words and you've not seen her in this light before, give her some good roles because she's so good. I've never not liked a performance with her. She knows exactly what to do. Even in this role, which feels foreign to her, it didn't feel foreign.
Yeah.
But there was so less of her.
Yeah, there was not that much of her. Also, I really wanted to talk quickly about Triptii Dimri's chemistry with Shahid Kapoor.
Yeah.
So what's really critical in the story is that it's definitely a one-sided love story.
Yes.
I would say it's a one-sided love story through and through. Like, I don't think even after the film is over, she'll ever go to Shahid Kapoor because I don't think those feelings are there for Shahid Kapoor. She'll always love her husband, which is Vikrant Massey.
First, yeah.
So I feel like that was really cool to see. Because I think when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, it's a love story between them two, but it's not. It's definitely one-sided, and I think that was well constructed.
Very well constructed, and they have great chemistry.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's like a one-sided chemistry. Yeah.
Even though it's one-sided, like Triptii Dimri has done such a good job of making it very clear.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's no leading on. Nothing. There's none of that. And it just felt so
refreshing to see. Yeah.
And then also they have so much chemistry.
Yep. And then I guess so. This film didn't do that well, to be honest. I think it is definitely struggling at the box office. I kind of had a feeling that it would, because Vishal Bhardwaj films in general don't do that well. I don't think he has a single hit film. I think they become cult classics years later, and there's like found appreciation. But I think with this film again, it's the reviews are pretty negative from what I've seen from the people that I usually watch reviews from. It's pretty negative for the most part. So it's not really.
Yeah, I didn't hate it that much.
I didn't hate it. Definitely didn't hate it. But I don't think it's
story could have been.
Yeah, it definitely it's definitely not a perfect film.
What was a scene that you kind of cannot stop thinking about? Was there any?
Okay. Actually, before we get into favorite scenes, there's definitely some scenes that didn't sit well with me. So maybe I could talk about that first.
Okay, negative Nelly.
Yeah, I didn't really like. I personally was not a huge fan of the "Will you sleep with me" scene.
Yeah,
I didn't like that, and I didn't like.
I get that he's a Nalika Kida Gunda, but you don't need to do it. If you're trying to market him as this sweetu who's going into a brothel and like passing chocolates and gifts to all those people, why would he say that no matter how angry he is?
Exactly. And then he makes her take her clothes off, and then he like flips her on the bed. It was just, I feel like if you're trying to display him as a gray character, there are other ways to do so because he's the main protagonist of the film. Right?
Yeah, there are definitely other ways to do so, because what I felt they were trying to establish was that he's a shit person who cannot be bad to her. Like, it took him his everything to even scare her, because he doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
He's just hurt that she lied to him, ran away, and then now he's seeing her married to another person, right?
Yeah.
So it was like, actually, this is the demon that he is.
Yeah.
But in front of her, he cannot.
Yeah.
That was the point of that scene. But it's 2026.
Like, we don't need scenes like this.
Do not
anymore.
put these dialogues.
Like, especially because of the backlash that Kabir Singh got, I feel like we don't need these types of scenes anymore.
It just takes away from the art. It takes away from the cinematic beauty that this movie was. Honestly, it really was. Even that whole scene where she's like singing on the boat, like it's done so beautifully. When they're like, in the jungle, like the cinematic beauty of the movie is just, when you put dialogues like this, even though there were only one or two places where he speaks so badly to her, or like, just shows he's from a gutter, honestly, it just takes away from the film.
Yeah, definitely.
It's things like this where today's audience will be quick to be like, okay, but this film is not for the society.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. Yeah, those didn't sit well with me. And I feel like people that are watching these films, there's a certain percentage that may not understand that, like,
what was the reason?
That's not what you're supposed to do.
Correct.
And you're making him the protagonist, right? Yeah. It's very clear that he's the hero of the film.
Yeah.
So it sort of justifies that. And
I because feel like majority of the masses are like, hero is equal to God.
Exactly, yeah. But what was your favorite scene?
I have way too many. I'm trying to think. You want to go first?
Yeah, honestly speaking, I liked a lot of I liked the whole scene in the cafe where she initially tries to kill the lawyer.
That was crazy.
And then Shahid Kapoor appears and kills him just as he's about to try to kill her.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really good scene. I liked the scene on the train.
Amazing.
Where the inspector comes and, is trying to find Triptii Dimri.
He sings so well.
Yeah, he sings really well.
I really like.
I think he's a singer.
He's actually a singer. Yeah. I saw your review on the Vinyl Wala. Yeah. He's actually a singer. I didn't know that. I mean, I knew he was singing because, when you look at when he was singing in the movie, also the way his head was moving while singing, you could tell that he is a singer.
Exactly. Yeah.
I watched way too many reels on Instagram where there are 10 people singing and you're supposed to guess who's actually singing. So you can tell, right, when someone's actually a singer, because the mouth movements and the head movements are like, you really have to be a really good actor to catch that if you're not actually a singer.
I knew he was singing.
Exactly, especially the alarms, right?
Yeah,
that whole scene with him like singing and like trying to kill someone. Even when they were going after Vikrant Masi and he's singing.
See, that's over the top, but that works.
Exactly.
You see, if they made him the main villain, that would have worked because it's quirky, but at the same time,
Chilling.
you could take him seriously.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I felt like with Avinash Tiwary, with this whole thing, like they ripped off that whole Bobby Deol ka Ranveer.
Oh, it was straight up.
Animal ka shot.
Straight, there's a scene
and the
with
haircut didn't help.
He has the exact same haircut as Ranbir Kapoor at the end of Animal. And there's a scene with the plumber. It's straight up the end of Animal.
Yeah.
It is the rip-off scene by scene. So yeah, I didn't like that either.
Yeah, especially because you don't need to. He is so good. You can give him something good.
Different, yeah.
So, yeah, things like that, right? I have totally lost what had you. Scenes like that. Okay, my favorite scene, definitely the Triptii one when she finds him.
Fine too.
Like when she's like crying at the dead body.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, yes, correct.
Because crying, I feel like, I mean, we're not actors, but we do a lot of like acting in our work that we do on Business of Mass. So I feel like the sad scenes, the crying scenes are the most difficult to do. And she did it with so much like, even when he comes home beaten up, right? She's like trying to sing. She doesn't know what to do. It's just so deep, so beautiful, so beautiful. So such good craft. What other scene would I say I really loved? There were so many. Oh, you know when that one twin gets killed, there are like in his friends group, in his punter group, there's like a pair of twins.
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, when the one twin gets killed, and after the fight, they're just sitting by the riverbank and all are just crying and shook.
I don't remember this. Why?
Okay, I really like that scene.
Okay.
Yes, I didn't care for it.
Yeah.
Many more scenes. I feel like any scenes with the scene where his friend is like, just forget her. Why are you doing this to yourself? Because he's getting beaten up by those weird ass people who ask him for his wallet. And then his friend comes there and he's like, asks him in so much pain, why don't you forget about her?
Yeah.
You know, those scenes. I felt like his chemistry with his main friend was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think this film definitely has a pacing issue. It's definitely way too long, especially in 2026. Like, we don't need 3.5-hour films.
What did you think about those, the whole action sequence with the bald people?
It was okay.
It was not that good.
I didn't think it was that good.
Yeah.
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 My expectations are like...
Again, it was giving very animal-esque, right? The whole like concept with the bald people, all the bald people.
I get what you're trying to do. It's just, I didn't care for it as much. Yeah. I'm like, for me, it's very, when you have a gritty action film, right? To me, it's extremely unrealistic to have 100 people come into a theater and you happen to kill all of them.
Yeah.
Like, that takes away from the grittiness. Like, you have to decide, is this a gritty gangster action film or is this a masala mass entertainer? Yeah. And I feel like it doesn't really know what to do.
Yeah.
You know?
But like, what you're trying to say is, Gangs of Wasipur cannot be also Ashiki too.
No. It cannot be. It's just two separate films. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no idea.
So yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of the entry theater scene.
Yeah.
As much, but
even though like that little dancing and you know the dhak and all.
That's
I like
fine.
that touch.
Those
I
are
love
fun,
that touch. But I wish, as you said, it was a bit confused.
Yeah, definitely confused. But yeah, what would you give this film out of 5?
I would still give it a 3.5. 3.5.
3.5. I would give it a 3. Definitely, like, if I had to like tell you what I rated the other films, so like Vishal Bhardwaj, I would say like Omkara, Haider are close to like 5, 4.5s for me. Kaminey sits at like a 4 for me. I would say also Patekar is a 4. I thoroughly enjoyed Patekar.
Patekar is a 4.5 for me.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that film. I know a lot of people do not like that film for some reason. Loved it. But I like that film.
For those two girls to act like that,
too good.
It's too good. Even Sunil Grover.
They all were good.
They're all good. Even Vijay Raj. Like, I felt like it was a small cast. But to the husbands,
It was fantastic.
Have
yeah.
killed it.
If you have
And
not,
the story is so different. It's something different.
yeah,
Like you can't watch it with the mindset of a Bollywood movie. You have to watch it with the mindset of what it's supposed to be.
yeah. It's like if
I
you
love
liked
that.
Lapata Ladies, I feel like it's like a small village type story.
Exactly.
Okay, and then I would say like Sat Khun Maaf, Matru Ki Bijli Ka Mandola.
True.
Those are like 2 stars. I'd say Rangoon is like a 1-star.
Matru Ki Bijli Ka Mandola is the only, just a fun fact, Matru Ki Bijli Ka Mandola is the one film in my entire life. And you know I can watch anything.
Yeah.
Right? Tell the viewers. I can watch anything under the sun. I watch it to completion. That's my one thing. I will never leave a movie incomplete, no matter how it is, how bad it is. Matru Ki Bijli Ka Mandola, I have gotten up in the theater and left it.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I remember I didn't like it either. Rangoon is horrible.
I've not watched Rangoon and I've not watched Makbul actually. We
Makbul
should
is
watch
decent.
it and do a revisit maybe.
Yeah, Makbul's decent. Khufia was decent.
Khufia was Vishal Bhardwaj?
Yeah, it was Vishal Bhardwaj. That was really good.
With Vamika Gabi and
Tabu.
Tabu.
Yeah, Tabu.
Oh yeah, Tabu and what's the guy? Ali Fazal.
Yeah, that was good.
I like Khufia.
Yeah.
Actually.
So he's like definitely has a majority of his films are really good. But this sits in the middle for me, like right in the middle. If like Haider, Kaminey are up here, I would say probably Romeo's like down here, and then I'd say Rangoon is like way below.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sits definitely in the film. I definitely had, higher expectations for the film, but it's just it needed a tighter story. Tighter story. Yeah.
Story was very weak. Not even thoda weak. It was very weak. Too many gaps. Like, I'm like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
And they were doing this thing. So what didn't work was, I think the expectation was that the little phone calls, little dialogues here and there, little like back and forth that goes on between people is supposed to give us a little idea of what the problem is, and then they'll clarify it later. And then you're supposed to be like, okay, that makes sense now. That was the idea. And I see I see the vision behind it, but it was not executed correctly.
No. Yeah, it wasn't. I do want to say one thing. I normally shit on Sajid Nadiadwala's production house. And
Great
I've done
production though this time.
So I know we've done reviews of like Boggy 4 where I like legit shit on this production house.
Yeah.
But I was very surprised to know that they're backing a film like this. And I'm so happy that they are. Because that actually proved me wrong. Mm-hmm. That they don't just crank out garbage films.
Yeah. They
also bankroll these types of films that, in my opinion, yeah, it's not a perfect film, but I would take this film over anything that they've produced in the last couple of years.
It's not even comparable.
It's not.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, I would say for the longest time, I just thought they just bankroll houseful 5 films. Yeah. But honestly, this is one of those films that it's rare, but it's bankrolled by them. So kudos to them for backing this production house. Yeah. It wasn't a huge hit, I believe.
Yeah.
It probably didn't make them that much money, but I think it was definitely worth bankrolling a film like this. Because I don't think directors like Vishal Bhardwaj get a chance to really showcase their art.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you're going to watch this film, watch it for the art of it,
The
not
art
the story.
of filmmaking, honestly, and the art of acting. Any aspiring actors, please watch this movie as a how can I say, like a blueprint of what effortless acting is. Even if the story is weak, that you take home performances, you take them home and you think about it,
Exactly. Yeah. But cool. Yeah, that's
I have a question.
Yeah.
Badlapur is not Vishal Bhardwaj?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Nope. Badlapur is Sri Ram.
It's a bit sad that we didn't get a Rekha Bhardwaj track.
We did.
It's not in the movie.
It is in the movie.
When?
It's there at the end, in the credits.
Oh.
Okay. It's her rendition of O Romeo, which I think was also fantastic.
Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, I need to listen to this.
It's really good. It's like a lo-fi mix.
When I get time from listening to Hum Tere Liye To The on repeat, I'll listen to the bit.
Yeah. It's like a lo-fi mix, so it's a little bit like different.
Yeah.
But it's definitely really good. But cool, guys, that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. We are Yeah, on YouTube, Spotify, podcast, so definitely subscribe. You can also follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Business of Must. I have a vinyl page, so I review a lot of vinyls, not just Hindi music, but American music as well. So you can follow the Vinyl Wala.
It's too good.
On Instagram and TikTok. Boomy has her own personal account, which I'll link down below. I have my own personal account.
I just live on the internet. So
yeah. And then we just recently dropped some merchandise. So you can find the merchandise below. The link is down below. So, we make, for us to keep doing what we're doing, it helps a lot for you guys to buy this merchandise and support us. So if you do want to support us, please buy the merchandise. And hopefully you guys like the designs that we've made.
Shan designed them himself. So we are open to constructive feedback. Let us know what you guys think.
For sure. Yeah. And we'll catch you guys next time. Thank you.
Bye.